Starting off the day with a bunch of roosters over here, which means still in Key West, Florida. Oh, hello, coming over here. Coming in hot. We're over here hot. January 4th, 2023, a Wednesday. Wow, there's a lot.
I'm looking to get some food.
I want some food. Welcome everyone. Adam the Woo here. My mom is here. This is our second full day here in Key West. Today we're going to do a glass bottom boat tour. I'm going to get some coffee momentarily over at Mallory Square. I'm wearing sunglasses. We're both wearing appropriate hats. What do you think of my shirt? I picked this up yesterday. Does it look good on me?
You look like a tourist.
I look. Oh, you have your butterfly from yesterday too.
I do.
Right there. So we're going to do a glass bottom boat on the bay side, and then afterwards we're going to get off the boat. It goes from 2 to 4, and then we're going to go to the sunset. I think it's called the Sunset Festival or the Sunset Celebration. That's pretty much it. And then whatever else we kind of stumble upon. And it's chickens, lots of chickens.
Lots of chickens everywhere, and roosters.
How do you tell there's a chicken and a rooster? Do you know the difference?
Yes, the rooster looks like that, and the chicken looks like that one over there beside that rooster.
Okay.
That's a chicken.
I just call them all chicken.
The rooster is a male, and the chicken is a female.
All right. Join me. My mom knows a lot about chickens and roosters. Shall we? There's a lot of ways to take transportation around here, including bicycles or scooters. Salty Frogs Bar and Grill. Now I've heard good things about a coffee place. Looks as if there was a shipwreck right here. It says keep off of this shipwreck.
Pretty bad shape.
Yeah, definitely do not want to go gallivanting around on the ship. Now it turns out this is not the one I've seen a lot of people take photos in front of, but it is the same franchise. Cuban Coffee Queen, the one that a lot of photos, maybe I'll go by there a little bit later, is a half a mile away. Since we only have the time, I'm going to pop in here to this little kind of pop-up stand. But it's the same coffee. They even have quite an assortment of merchandise here. Mugs, cups, t-shirts, things like that. Fresh roasted coffee. I've heard good things about this place. Oh, it says free coffee. Oh, free coffee tomorrow. Dang, just missed it. Well, I'll come back tomorrow. This says drink more Cuban coffee and do stupid things faster. I mean, I think that applies to all coffee. I have acquired a cafe con leche, or litchi, which is an espresso, hot, piping hot, and it should have quite a bit of caffeine in this. Yeah, pretty quick service, and gonna enjoy an espresso, not a regular coffee. This is inside kind of like a little food court mall. This is a very interesting, this is kind of an interesting thing with the shoes on it. But I think the 6-foot thing is kind of, I don't think the 6-foot thing is really in place anymore. It was kind of interesting remembering back to, it was called the Shops at Mallory Square. And this is kind of all the stuff that's out here. So now we're gonna head back outside and walk over to the boat. There's a vast assortment of sea sponges right here. What is it almost like a, is it like a sponge you would like wash a dish with?
It's kind of rough.
Oh, you're like rub, okay. So is it from the ocean, or is that like a man-made sea sponge? Is that from the ocean?
No, you go to Tarpon Springs, Florida, you can see them pulling them out of the ship.
This one is a sheep's wool sponge. That's made out of sheep's wool over here. So that obviously sheep are not in the sea, so that would be not in there. Here's a massage spun. Nice little assortment of sailboats in here as well, which would be kind of nice paperweights for a desk or like on a end table in a living room. This kind of looks like the pelican the other day that got the fish away from when you were trying to feed the tarpons up above you. Oh, over behind this fence, check it out. There's a shark right there. You can kind of see it. Oh, this is like, wind is blowing this up on me. There's a shark right there. Take a look at that. I went ahead and purchased both the tickets for the glass bottom boat online. I believe it was $65. I think it was $130 for 2 people. And you're supposed to go over to a reef and look down at the coral. Except they just let me know that because of the cloudy water conditions, might be going over to the beach side and won't be seeing the coral. So I think because it's already prepaid, gotta go ahead and do it. And hopefully it's just as good, but I don't know. I've heard the coral is what you really want to see, and we might not be seeing any coral, but we're still gonna see some glass bottom boat action. Got an airplane going over. Massive cruise ship right here. Cruise ship dock. The Silver Dawn, I can read it on the side. That's pretty cool too. Take a look at both these boats. It's almost like a pirate ship, kind of, sort of. Boy, that is rocking. It's getting the wake from this, so it's got a lot of waves to bounce itself off of. It's pretty neat. Have you ever been on a glass bottom boat before?
I have, years ago at can't remember, Cypress Gardens or some place that they had the glass bottom boats. I can't remember the name of it, but
oh, Silver Springs.
Yeah, it's closed down now.
Silver Springs in Florida.
That's when it was. That's been many, many moons ago.
This would be like a full, it's almost like a full ship. A lot bigger boat. I think the ones that were at Silver Springs were just kind of small boats.
Oh yeah.
This holds like hundreds of people, I believe. I've never been on this one though, so I'm just kind of going off what I've seen online.
It looks pretty big by looking at it.
Okay, going to check in now here at the glass bottom boat Fury golf cart rentals. You can also get here too as well. We are here for the glass bottom boats. This is where the ship will dock. Next departure is at noon. Oh no, not noon. It's 1:30 now. Next departure is at 2. That's the one we're on. There's also at 4. So it's 3 a day. Noon, 2, and 4. We're doing the 2. As I'm waiting to check in here at the window, but notice so they kind of like have the reef, coral reef, and the fish and everything below. So I'm just very interesting. Going to be interested to see what's going to happen if we're not going to go to that. What else is going to be the plan B? Okay, have procured the ticket. Now it's evidently, I was thinking maybe it was like a haziness of the water on why they do not go to the reef, but she explained that it is a wind issue and it's kind of windy out there, so they're not going to that side because of the wind. That does make sense, but I was thinking maybe it was going to be like a haziness, you wouldn't be able to see it, but I guess you can always see it. It's just, it's not safe for the boats to go out in high wind or heavier winds. Okay, there is our ship pulling into port, and I will say, even through here, that thing is a rocket. Might be because it's hitting a lot of wake from other boats, but yeah, that thing is, it's shifted to and fro. We're gonna be on that. You can sit inside or you can sit outside on a little ledge there. Heading right for me. Check out the jet skis here, kind of bouncing around from the wake of the glass bottom boat. Evidently, it doesn't pull over there. We're gonna walk over there, walk across this dock, and then board from the front. Okay, I was incorrect. I stand corrected. Evidently, they are gonna back it up to this dock. She's about to throw the rope over to this guy, and he is going to connect the dock to the boat itself. I think that's what's gonna happen. So at first I thought it wasn't gonna like kind of back up like that, but it is. Backing it up. Gonna throw the rope. There it is. Okay, we gotten in the back of the line. Evidently, didn't really deter too many people that were not going to the coral. So I guess it's still going to be a pretty fun trip. Nonetheless, it's going to be a full boat.
When you checked in today, you got a little plastic card for everybody in your group. It's kind of like your ticket. Now, if you're still holding on to those, thank you, sir. If you're still holding on to those, can you please pass them out to the people in your group? We want to collect your own ticket from you as you're boarding the boat. Now, there's a good reason for that. The Coast Guard gets really picky about us bringing everybody back that we take out there today.
Reading some monster waves out there on the Atlantic side. So we're going on the Gulf side. So everybody's going on the Gulf side today. Fishing boats, diving boats, snorkel boats. Everybody's out there. You're going to get a little taste of how rough it is once we turn that corner and go about a couple hundred yards into that sea. Smokers go. We do have some ashtrays where you got on a boat. That is your smoking area back there. Dude, not that we're going in the water.
We're gonna do that.
But I just want to give you another heads up about it. It's super duper thick. So if you put too much on, you're set for the week. Okay? It doesn't rub in very well. Let me go over the bathrooms with you real quick here.
Pulling away from the mainland. We're kind of sitting underneath this awning here in the shade. We're trying to stay out of the sun as much as possible. Oh. That rooster just gave us a little hearty goodbye from the shoreline. See you in a few. Couple hours, rooster. 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. It's a Gilligan's Island reference.
On the door handles and push, and make sure you latch the door closed once you are out there. Same goes if you want to come up top. I know those back doors say emergency exit only, but that's so we can just block it.
I love it. My hat kept blowing off. Mom's holding my hat over there. Feels good. It is bouncy. Very bouncy. I don't want to walk down here. I want to go down there.
It is known as between the end of the freshwater pipeline, the end of Highway 1, and the
of the boat, right on this little like outlook. You kind of like walk out on this little platform. You can see down through this grate right here. Standing right here on the ledge, just like Leonardo DiCaprio almost, Titanic. I probably shouldn't use that analogy. Over on that side is another walkway out, kind of right there as well. As you can say, I'm the king of the world. I'm sure I'm not the first person that's done that. I'm probably about the 17th person that's done it just even today. In fact, when I looked out the window earlier, there was someone else doing it.
Turtles, dolphins, anything like that?
You didn't see nothing?
Saw lots of sailboats, that's right. That's what, well, that's
we
what
see something
everybody's
down here.
coming out here because it's too rough on the Atlantic side. Now, let me tell you a little bit about where we launching, what you're looking at here. We came 7 miles due west of Key West today, but you're actually a lot further out into the ocean than just that conditions that we find ourselves in. Now, we get a lot of questions about how deep is the water here, so let me start with that. We actually came out here through a channel called the Northwest Channel. It's completely natural. It's one of those things that, now it's a little different than the Atlantic side. Out here, this coral, it grows side by side instead of on top of each other. But a lot of what you're seeing down there is the same type of thing, or the same things that we would see out on the Atlantic side. Now folks, we do this trip out here to the Gulf of Mexico in 2 parts. Now this first part here, we're going to hang out in these sponge beds and coral beds. See, on the Atlantic side are all these sponges. See these things down here? Some of them look like spare tires, some of them look like vases, some of them look like bowls. Those are all actually sponges. The Gulf of Mexico is much more shallow than the Atlantic Ocean. It holds heat, it warms up a little quicker, and it's got a different nutrient mix, so it supports the growth of algae. So that green color that you see in the water down there, that's not pollution. There's nothing wrong with that water. Some of what you're seeing here is the limestone from where the coral polyps aren't growing anymore, but that limestone is still there because that persists or that stays even after those coral polyps maybe aren't populating that area. There's nothing that's going to take that away. By the way, there's some of that mustard hill coral right below where I'm at. You see the green color and the lumpy texture? Now, there's nothing that's going to take that away except for time. If you're really lucky, it'll go away in a couple of hours, but if you're really sensitive, it could last up to a couple of months. But it'll eventually go away, and there's no long-term effect of it.
Stuff. We're gonna turn on some music and stuff like that on the way back. But enjoy. Give Mark a great hand. He'll be awesome.
Thank you guys. Thanks for coming out today.
Yeah, I didn't get to see too much. Obviously, if we would have gone over to the reef side, seen a lot more. Saw a little bit of coral, saw a few fish, but all in all, I didn't see too much of the glass bottom on this one. Still pretty neat being out here, though.
those extremely high rents for those really tiny apartments like we do on land. So they dock out here and live on their sailboat no matter what.
That's interesting. They live on the boats. It's going to get a little bumpy again out here.
Over the years, it did get a little run down, and it was completely abandoned for quite some time. And a couple of those hangars too. Now, this is known as Fleming Key. This is where some of that dredge spoilage came from our little harbor. Slightly past Mallory Square, but we'll also pass Sunset Pier where we came out of. This is also another spot that is very pond-like atmosphere. Admission is completely free, and who knows what you'll see there. Remember, it is Key West. You might see some things you've never seen before, but you also might see some things you never want to see again. Alright guys, now at this time I'm going to hand you over to Captain Ron for some important docking instructions.
I think all those people are living in this boat.
I know, it's amazing.
Alrighty, gang. Well, hope you enjoyed your ride out to the coral gardens out there.
Okay, they're about ready to toss the rope over again. I saw this. Ooh, that is splashing. Take some skill here. Nope, not yet.
That was some pretty ridiculous way back. We'll get on the PA when it's okay to move around.
Gosh.
Is the bright light on?
Yeah. It's just all this, that boat wake that's coming by.
What's on?
Something. I love transportation, whether it be train, boat, monorail, cars. Oh, the all that stuff.
We're gonna get a minute here or two. Just we had some big boat wakes blocking some water, blowing us all around. So give us a second here to come down. I can get that ramp on. If we're all here.
That's it. We made it.
You're telling me. It's all my body weight.
We did it.
Drunk.
You're drunk? Feels like you're drunk. Back over to the chickens here. Back over to the chickens here. Hello, chick. Oh, there you go. Waiting to crow. There you go. All right, we're just gonna kind of mill around until it's time for the Sunset Festival. Now, I'm noticing over here in Mallory Square, there's a little booth that says Key West Conch Fritters. I have to admit, I don't know if I've ever had a conch fritter before, but I think I'm gonna try a conch fritter. It comes with, like, I guess it's like a little appetizer size, so I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm gonna order some conch fritters and just have a couple conch fritters. Oh, yeah, the guy was talking about the tree above the conch fritter place. It's called the sausage tree. It's like little sausages right above it. It almost looks like potatoes, doesn't it? It kind of looks like big, like a sweet potato tree. Speaking of Tom Green, Daddy, would you like some sausage? It's a sausage tree, though. Now I kind of want sausages. To be honest, I don't really know what a conch fritter is. I just ordered them. She said they're about the size of a golf ball, so I'm thinking maybe hush puppy-ish. Maybe. It says eat me. Look at this right here. Eat me. But I think hush puppies don't have actual meat in them. And this is what we're dealing with. Also, Mom did not know exactly what a conch fritter is either. She thought it was like a hush puppy as well. It does kind of look hush puppy-ish, right? I think there's some kind of a fish, a seafood item down in there as well.
No.
So this right here, you were asking if this is honey mustard. This is actually key lime mustard.
Oh.
There's a key lime flavor in there, so we're gonna try those. And gonna go into the conch fritter, but definitely like the same texture as a hush puppy. Gonna try one? I'll go in first. I'll let you know what if you would. Okay. mean, it's hot off the broiler. There's definitely some seafood in there. Taste any seafood? You know what, tell what that is?
I see some celery.
Celery seafood?
Did you ask her what it was?
I didn't ask her what it was. I thought we'd be able to tell. What is a conch? Should we look it up?
Something chewy in there.
It tastes like a hush puppy with celery. You don't like it? You don't like it?
It tastes like a gristle.
Hopefully I'm not eating something I don't know what it is, like in Funny Farm. Chevy Chase was eating the, I think he didn't know what they were. Any clue?
Not me.
Well, I think they're pretty good.
Very different.
They are kind of gristly though. Okay, I kind of had to know, but I still haven't had it explained yet. Basically, you know, some milk, some eggs, some frying oil, some salt, some pepper, some celery, some onions, but also 1 cup of chopped conch meat, conch meat. What is conch meat?
I don't know.
Have you ever had? I don't know what conch meat is.
Well, I have to look it up on Google.
What the heck is? What is a conch? It's the Conch Republic.
Yeah, there's a conch shell.
Oh, so maybe it's
Shell. That thing that comes out of that
it's
shell.
the meat that's inside the shell.
That's why it's gristly.
I was wondering what the shell it was.
Okay, I figured it out. A conch is the shell, and it's a snail inside the shell. So basically you're eating a seafood version of escargot. So you're done.
Yeah.
You're finished.
I'm finished. I've had my one. That's fine. I don't like that gristly thing in it. You like it?
I like it. I think it's because it's disguised with the hush puppy, you don't really taste it as much. It's escargot, you're just eating escargot, nothing really else around it.
Escargot, you don't even get the taste. I mean, it's solid.
Yeah, and it has a lot of butter and salt.
Yeah. Take one of those.
You had escargot?
We have a pot, and Morgan and I went out there to a restaurant, fancy restaurant. She ordered it.
Now you've had escargot of the sea. Yeah, the vibe around here is very relaxed in a lot of places. Look at this pooch over here in front of its owner's shop. Key West Sail Bags. Just putting out the vibe. Take a look at these very interesting trees right here. It's like something out of like a Tim Burton film. Now this states over here that this is where the Mallory home site used to be. Of course, I'm going over to Mallory Square on the water where the Sundown Festival is going to take place. But this is where the Mallory home site used to stand. I should also mention that probably not the best to go on the boat we went on. Like if you like boat rides, it's good, but for the price, because they didn't go over to the Coral, I would recommend not doing it. If I had to redo it, I mean, it was fun, but for the price, probably should have waited for a day when the weather was going to be a little less windy and see the Coral. Because for the price, all you did is just went out to where they could show you a few fish and some of the sea life, and there really wasn't a whole lot. So probably if I had to do things over again, I would probably not. They actually did say that I didn't have to go on it today, but since today's the day we were doing it, we did it. Now over on the water where the sun will be soon setting, you can see it's about to slowly drift down towards the skyline over there, or the horizon I should say, and the cruise ship is now taking off. The cruise ship is heading back out to sea. Evidently this is a port where they drop people off for the day and then they're going out. There's another ship going out this way. There's already people lining up over here. They're going to be watching the sun set. There's still a little bit of time before it happens, but people are starting to kind of make their way out here. Just kind of mill around until the sun sets and just see what we can see. Not only that big cruise ship going off into the sun, but also a little boat kind of following it out there, going right down where the sun is. It's gonna be neat. The sun's gonna be setting pretty soon. It's making its way towards the horizon. A big cruise ship is going into the sun. Now, the last time I was out here about 10 years ago, there was a guy that trained cats, and they would do all kinds of stuff. They would jump through fire, they would walk tight ropes, things like that. I asked one of the other vendors out here, one of the other buskers, and he said that he's still around, but he is retired. He's no longer doing the show out here, so no more cat guy.
When you're all paranoid of each other. Watch this trick. Ready? Watch close. You're great. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, sir. Watch out, don't get so sensitive. Don't be like that, Karen. Watch this. You don't understand humor. What I do is I bend it like that, Kim. You sign card, Tommy. Get your hands out of your pockets, buddy. That's a different game you play at home. Watch this, ready? Watch this.
And this popcorn stand says exactly what time the sun will set. 5:52. It is 5:08 right now, so you know, we'll start to get some vibes until then, and the sun will peak down over the horizon at 5:52. There's like a little rum runner pontoon there. Also the sailboat going across. You can just see that everyone's just kind of like lined up over here somewhere in the proper position to get a really good view of the sunset. It's going to be happening right over there. What's the difference between the $15 and the $20 one?
They're just different sizes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that one's 15 and that one's 20?
And that, yeah.
I think I'll get one. There's no alcohol in it though?
No, if you want the alcohol, we have a truck and you have to take it to them to get your shot.
So is there juice in there too?
Yes.
Okay. So you take this out of there, then you mix it, and then you put it right back in? Is that kind of what you do?
Right.
All right. That's a little treat right here. This is the pineapple juice blended up, and there's refills are included in this. One refill is included in this. So I got you a straw also. A little refreshing little, and it's in the pineapple itself. Pretty cool. It's pineapple juice in there, and then it's pretty good. And you can eat all the fruit that's in there too. It is quite a smorgasbord of stuff.
Jump down and do the splits.
I told you to stay in the van. All right, one. This time for real. When I start jumping, you guys count with.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
The Bible says God is holy. He's separate, distinct. He's different from us, and he's different in the fact that he's perfect in all of this. So we know that. That's God's
It's amazing how everyone's lined up right here. And this guy's come by on his little boogie board. Look at a seagull going by there. Almost over the horizon. A couple different seagulls flying by. And a sailboat off in the distance. And it's just at the point where the boat is almost kind of obscuring. When this boat goes by, it's going to kind of go right through the bottom of where the sun is. This is definitely pretty dang cool looking. There's even like a whole boat full of people that are going out doing a little sundown cruise out there. It's pretty good with the sailboat going right through there. Sailboat going right through the sunset. Of course, I'm zoomed way in. That's why it seems so reddish, but very soon the whole sky over there will be red.
What?
It wasn't. Wait, it wasn't. So.
The sun has set. There it is.
It did it.
The sun has set, and there was about 5,000 people witnessing it right here in Key West, and I was one of them. And that's going to do it for today from Key West. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.